Hi, good morning and welcome to my channel. I'm Dr. Carmen McGuinness. I'm a board-certified behavior analyst and health psychologist practicing in the areas of disabilities, attachment, trauma, and relationships of all sorts, including the relationship we have with ourselves, what I call the primary relationship. In addition to my Central Florida practice, I see clients on a HIPAA-secure internet platform. So for those of you who are new to the channel, I typically do a Sunday segment on a topic relating to relationships of one sort or another, often healing from relationship difficulties. Today, however, I'm doing a very brief preview of a new course I'm developing. The course is titled A Course in Aspects, A Journey Identifying and Integrating Our Outer and Inner Selves. So to start, what is the course about? The overall course, as is true with most of my work, is to improve upon your experience, our experience of life, to gain improved quality of life, vitality, joy, and something that is often missing, commitment to oneself. And before you close the window saying, I'm too busy to be committed to myself, I am too busy being committed to my children, my job, my spouse, my parents, whatever it is that requires your attention and time, let us remember that when we take care of ourselves, everyone else benefits along with us. So, that said, here's your preview. It is often true that our greatest challenges come from within. But why? What if the best part of you is hidden just under the surface? What if the stern you keeps the playful you at bay? Or the fearful you prevents you from trusting? Or what if the child you never got to tell the adult you what brought her joy, real joy? And what of those aspects of yourself that were put upon you, say an injury or a chronic illness? We may not wish for these to define us, but until we accept them as part of who we are, they will control us in subtle and sometimes not so subtle ways. While traditional psychology might attempt to make you feel less stern or fearful, more playful and trusting, more mature, A Course in Aspects seeks to integrate these aspects of yourself, embracing all of you, opening your life to more of you, not less. The devices and techniques we'll use in A Course in Aspects are a mix of spiritualism and more traditional psychological practices. And in crafting the course, I have not forgotten that the science of psychology was born in Plato's cave. That's right, psychology sprung from man's desire to understand himself through mystical practices and self-examination. Toward that end, A Course in Aspects employs oral narrative. We will talk about our life. We will write our life story. Journaling, where we actually write it down. Learning to watch for the signs, to see what it is that we notice, because what we notice tells us something about what's going on in our subconscious, and to interpret the signs. Dream interpretation as well. And a look at the songs of our lives, the music that moves us, and the words within those songs. Tarot as symbology towards self-discovery. I'm not a tarot reader, but I find the cards to be very interesting, and I find that sometimes clients can get lost within them and discover things about themselves as they look at them, as they pull and look at cards that maybe they hadn't noticed before. So tarot used as symbology towards self-discovery, as well as a look at our sun and moon signs. And again, I'm not an astrologer, but these may reveal aspects of ourselves, or at least bring up a conversation about aspects of ourselves that we might not otherwise have had. How does the child, your inner child, relate to you as an adult? What might you have warned her about if the adult you could have spoken to her back then? And what does she grieve for, or he? What did you leave behind that that child still needs? What gave you joy as a child, and how can you bring more of that into your life now? And finally, what about your dark side? the angry, bitter, or resentful you? How does he or she relate to the helpful and forgiving you? So there you go. That's your preview of A Course in Aspects. And as I mentioned, the course is in development. I'm nearly done with it. It will launch with the new moon on September 9th. The new moon in September this year is part of a minor grand trine in astrological terms, falling on the fixed star Miser in the Great Bear, the constellation of the Great Bear. And this is a very extreme astrological position, I'm told, for a new moon, where there seems to be very little gray area. So I thought it would be a fitting time to take on this concept of gray area, the many aspects of ourselves. In the Miser energy, there's either the sinner or the saint. And what we attempt to do in A Course in Miracles is to bring those folks together into one little package that we will call you. So there you go. I'll be posting more about this in the upcoming weeks, and I certainly hope you'll join me. In the meantime, I want to wish you a very blessed Sunday and a wonderful week, and I will see you next Sunday. Thank you for coming by.